Hi everyone, welcome to my channel International Storyteller. In this channel, you will find true horror stories worldwide. These stories are for entertainment purposes only. In this video, I will tell you the story of a curse ring known as the Destiny Ring. It is a large signet ring with a tiger's eye set in gold. This ring is believed to be responsible for the mysterious deaths of many people. It is believed that whoever wears it will suffer bad luck or death. An Italian actor named Rudolph Valentino was the first victim of the ring. The dead body of Rudolph Valentino was buried in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Since then, his ghost is reported to have seen roaming in the cemetery as well as at restaurants and even at Paramount Studios. Many people believe that Rudolph Valentino's ghost is searching for his ring and to destroy it once and for all so that the curse can be lifted. Some people also claim to have seen Rudolph Valentino's dog named Caber wandering around the LA Pet Cemetery in Calabasas, searching for his beloved master. It is said that every year, on either the anniversary of Rudolph Valentino's death or Valentine's Day, a lady in black can be seen going to Hollywood Forever Cemetery, where Rudolph Valentino was buried. The lady in black leaves a single red rose to his tomb. Some people believe the identity of the mysterious woman to be Ditra Flame. The woman, Ditra Flame, said Rudolph Valentino once visited her in the hospital when she was very ill. During that time, she was only 14 years old. When Rudolph Valentino visited the hospital, he gifted her a single red rose. So, Ditra Flame visited Rudolph Valentino's tomb every year on the anniversary of Rudolph Valentino's death to offer a red rose to him for 30 years before she passed away in 1996. As a result, every anniversary of Rudolph Valentino's death, many of Rudolph Valentino's fans gather at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery to leave gifts, letters, and a red rose, but many swear they've seen the ghost of Rudolph Valentino wandering among the shadows in the cemetery. So why do people believe that the ring called Destiny Ring, a curse object? What is the story behind it? In order to know this, let us hear the story. The origin of the curse ring called the Destiny Ring is still unknown. But the first person to wear the ring is an Italian actor, Rudolph Valentino. He was born on May 6, 1895. He grew up in the Italian city of Castellaneta. In 1912, at the age of 17, Rudolph Valentino went to Paris in search of employment. There he couldn't find any work, so he again returned to Italy, staying there only until he had saved enough money to travel to New York City. In 1913, he left Italy and arrived at Ellis Island, which is situated within the US states of New Jersey and New York. Then he moved to New York City and eventually became a taxi dancer. His good looks made him a favorite amongst the older ladies that were his clients. After a few years, Rudolph Valentino began his life in Hollywood, quickly gaining work in the movie business. He secured his first leading role in The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse in 1921, which was a huge success. In 1925, Rudolph Valentino was at the height of his popularity. One day Rudolph Valentino was on a break from shooting and enjoyed a few days of vacation in the city of San Francisco. Suddenly, while walking down the street, he saw a ring in the window of an antique store. Immediately he desires to have the ring, so he asked the shop owner to buy it. At first, the shop owner was reluctant to sell the ring to Rudolph Valentino, telling him it was a curse. Further, the shopkeeper tells him that this ring is called the Destiny Ring or the Ring of Destiny. The ring is called Destiny Ring because it brought misfortune or death to all its previous owners. Rudolph Valentino doesn't listen to the warnings given by the shop owner, and he bought the ring. He used the ring as a part of his costume in his next film, called The Young Raja. This film was a flop at the box office. So he started thinking of what the shopkeeper had told him about the ring, and as a result, he put away the ring. But after some years, he got it out again to wear in the film called The Son of the Sheep. Shortly after finishing making the film, Rudolph Valentino had been wearing the Destiny Ring on a promotional tour for the movie, The Son of the Sheep. But on August 15, 1926, he suddenly collapsed at the Hotel Ambassador in New York City. Immediately he was transported to the New York hospital and found to be suffering from a ruptured appendix and gastric ulcers. He was quickly taken into surgery, but he developed complications. The doctors realize Rudolph Valentino is dying, but they don't inform him or anyone else. On the morning of August 23, 1926, Rudolph Valentino was talking with doctors about his plans for the future. But shortly after, he falls into a coma and dies a few hours later. Rudolph Valentino was just 31 years old when he died. The ring can still be seen on his finger even after he is dead. Many people flooded Manhattan to pay their respects to Rudolph Valentino. At the funeral, a very upset Polish actress named Pola Negri nearly faints in front of the coffin of Rudolph Valentino. Pola Negri claims that she and Rudolph Valentino were in love, and this is something that no one knew about. It seems Rudolph Valentino had been dating the Polish actress, Pola Negri, secretly. After Rudolph Valentino's passed away, Pola Negri took the destiny ring and kept it to herself to remember him forever. But Pola Negri fell ill very shortly after she acquired the destiny ring. She suffered from a disease known as miscarriage, and then she also suffered from gallstones. In 1932, Pola Negri was performing with a young American singer and songwriter named Russ Columbo. Pola Negri was shocked by his resemblance to her former lover, Rudolph Valentino. So, she gave the destiny ring as a token of her affection to Russ Columbo. After that, Pola Negri's luck turned around, and she was able to recover from her health condition. Then she successfully resumed her acting and singing career. Meanwhile, the young American singer Russ Columbo, who got the ring from Pola Negri, was struck with bad luck. He was born on January 14, 1908, in the U.S. state of New Jersey. He was a composer and acted in many movies, such as The Texan release in 1930 and Dream release in 1934. During 1934, he was at the height of his popularity, with hits coming from songs such as Too Beautiful for Words. He was in love with a beautiful blonde star named Carole Lombard, and he wrote the song Too Beautiful for Words for her. After that, Carole Lombard also fell in love with Russ Columbo. On September 2, 1934, the two have dinner at a nice restaurant. In the afternoon, Russ Columbo visited the studio of a photographer friend named Lansing Brown. At that time, Russ Columbo was wearing the destiny ring. The photographer friend, Lansing Brown, had a collection of extensive antique old firearms. As the two friends were sitting in the room, Lansing Brown shows Russ Columbo a dueling pistol. Unexpectedly, the pistol went off from his hands and fell down. Then the flame ignited the charge in the pistol, and the bullet was fired. In that incident, a fragment of shot bounced off a table and hit Russ Columbo just above the left eye. He died less than 6 hours in a hospital in Los Angeles. Russ Columbo died on September 2, 1934, and he was just 26 years old when he died. Little did anyone know is that Russ Columbo lover Carole Lombard also dies tragically 8 years later in a plane crash in 1942. When Russ Columbo died, one of his cousins inherited all of Russ Columbo's possessions, including the destiny ring. Then, he gave the ring to Russ Columbo's best friend named Joe Cassino. Joe Cassino was aware of the curse of the ring. He believed that the ring would bring bad luck to him. So Joe Cassino kept the ring locked up in a glass case in his house. He thought that keeping it in a glass case would prevent any bad luck from happening to him. It was a good plan and seemed to have been working. After years of keeping the destiny ring in a case, one of his friends convinces him that the curse of the destiny ring is not real and it was just superstition. So, Joe Cassino, believing his friend's words, took the ring out of its case and began to wear it. But a week later, tragedy struck Joe Cassino. A week after Joe Cassino started wearing the ring, his car was hit by a truck and he was killed instantly at the scene of the accident. After Joe Cassino's death, his brother Del Cassino inherited all the possessions of Joe Cassino, including the ring. Del Cassino stored the destiny ring in a safe in his home. Shortly after some time, a burglar named James Willis broke into Del Cassino's home and robbed some property from the house. Then he was attempting to flee the scene, but one of the police officers accidentally fired a warning shot. The bullet struck James Willis' body and killed him. When the police checked his pants pocket, they found the destiny ring inside it. The ring was returned back to Del Cassino again. After that, Edward Small, who was a film director, hears about the curse ring and wants to make a film about the first owner of the ring, Rudolph Valentino. So, in 1938, Edward Small started working on a biopic of Rudolph Valentino. He hires a young Englishman named Jack Dunn to take the role of Rudolph Valentino in that movie. At that time, Del Cassino was the current owner of the destiny ring. So Edward Small asked Del Casino if he could use the ring for an upcoming biopic movie about Rudolph Valentino. Del Casino gave the destiny ring to the film director, Edward Small. Then, Edward Small gave the ring to the actor Jack Dunn for playing the leading role in a movie that is based on Rudolph Valentino's life. The director also asked Jack Dunn to wear the ring while acting to portray Rudolph Valentino. Jack Dunn was dressed as the Sheik and made a very convincing Rudolph Valentino, and he looked very similar in appearance to Rudolph Valentino. The actor, Jack Dunn, wears the ring for 2 weeks. His screen test for the biopic film about Rudolph Valentino went perfectly well. To celebrate, Jack Dunn goes to Texas on a hunting trip with some friends. But a week later Jack Dunn became very ill with tularemia, which is a rare bacterial disease spread by rabbits. He passed away from that disease on July 15, 1938, and he was just 21 years old when he died. After Jack Dunn's death, the ring was returned to the previous owner, Del Casino. Del Casino placed it in a locked trunk where it stayed until his death. After Del Casino died, some of the valuable items from his estate, including the ring, were moved to a bank vault in downtown Los Angeles. Since then, there has been no report of anyone dead from the curse of Destiny ring. But this bank in downtown Los Angeles had multiple robberies. Then a fire broke out in that bank, and some experts said that it might be due to the presence of the ring. After that bank building was burned by fire, the ring went missing, and its whereabouts are currently unknown. Many experts suggest that if someone finds the cursed Destiny ring, then immediately bury it to the ground so that no one gets hurt.